My purpose is not being a Christian YouTuber. That is not my purpose. So it's an amazing privilege. I'm finding my sweet spot. I still don't really feel like I found it, right? But I'm finding my sweet spot. It's an amazing privilege. It's an amazing privilege to get to do it. That's not my purpose. Like, my purpose is to know Jesus and make him known. In my home, in my marriage, with my kids, in my community, my friends. That's my purpose. Assignment might change. The assignment might change. And so anyway, hopefully this stuff is helpful. I get this sense that like this becomes more and more of a burden on people, and not talking about it makes it worse. And so I don't want to not talk about it. I want to lean into it. I want to lean into the tension. Have the uncomfortable conversations. A lot of you guys about to graduate, you know. A lot of you guys are trying to figure it out. You know, how do you get unstuck from being dormant and wanting a break all the time? You want to break all the time because you're probably burnt out. You're probably burnt out because you're either lacking vision or you're not setting healthy boundaries, or probably a combination of the two. You're burnt out because you lack vision or you're not setting healthy boundaries. People who have healthy boundaries and have healthy vision, meaning vision, like what's the thing? Like, what is the thing we're trying to do? Where are we trying to get to? Both in a very practical sense and in a very macro sense. If you lack vision and you don't have healthy boundaries, then you're going to burn out, right? But if you have vision and healthy boundaries, and you're consistent in what you're doing, you're going to be fine, right? You're going to be fine. And so you got to refresh yourself. What's the vision? And my boundaries, I'm specifically talking about rest. Some of you guys need to learn to rest. You know, like you guys, Ruslan, we're doing a lot. I think we're doing 20 to 30 videos a week. People are like, yo, how are you doing this so much? I mean, because I take like naps, especially on the weekends. Take naps, take days off, play with my kids. You know, we're trying to go to a 4-day work week so that when Zach comes back, he's going to have a new baby. He can have a nice 3-day weekend with his new baby, even when he's back, right? Like that. And so when you have vision and you have boundaries, then you can just go full throttle, you know? And that's not forever. You know? Yeah, boundaries, that's who's that? Is that Henry Cloud? So hopefully this stuff is helpful. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing to our newest YouTube channel, Mastermind My Business, the channel where you get access to information on how to create, how to grow, and how to learn. But I wanted to show you something kind of crazy. Over 71% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing, turning that bell notification on so you don't miss anything. All right? I appreciate you. How do you get vision? Well, you pray, first of all. We cannot oversimplify that. You got to pray. You got to get on your knees. And I mean, literally get on your knees, pray to God, communicate with God. Get on your knees, communicate with God, figure out what's the last thing he kind of nudged you to do. Write it down. Prayer journals are great. Start praying. Don't just pray for vision. Pray for, one of the things I prayed a lot, I should start praying this again. When I was younger, I would pray all the time. God, give me your eyes so I can see your people the way you see them. Give me your ears so I can hear your people the way you hear them. And give me your heart so I can love your people the way you love them. And check that out. That's a prayer that's not about me. Like it is about me, but it's actually about God's people. Right? It is about me, but it's actually about God's people. Yet, it serves me well to see people, hear people, and love people the way God loves people. And when I could see people, hear people, and love people the way God loves them, then I could start thinking, as an entrepreneur now, I could start thinking of solutions. What are problems people are having? What are problems I have? How did we land here on this channel? I know some of you guys are like, yo, you know how we landed here? Is that I would sit and watch Joe Rogan, and whenever something would happen in current events or news or society, I would find this thing inside of me to go, and maybe some of you guys have done this before, to go, I wonder what Joe Rogan thinks about this. During the pandemic, when the lockdowns happened, George Floyd, Rogan's not even a Christian. He's not even a Christian, but he just seems so sensible and practical. I just was like, I wonder what Joe Rogan, and then I said, well, why don't I always think, I wonder what XYZ Christian thinks about this. I wonder what this pastor thinks about this. I wonder what, right? There was no one that I could say that for that was a Christian. I said, oh, there's the solution. And so what is my content? Hey, Ruslan, X, Y, and Z happened. Oh, I wonder what Ruslan thinks about this. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, you follow the opportunity, right? And by vision, the vision flew out of what? The vision flew out of, God, give me your eyes to see your people the way you see them. Give me your ears to hear your people the way you hear them. And give me your heart to love your people the way you love them. People need context. People need to think through things. I need help thinking through things. And oftentimes just conversation or being able to glean something from someone that's just a season ahead. I'm not here on some like, yo, I'm this multi-millionaire Christian that got it all figured out. I'm just a season ahead of some of you guys. Just a season ahead. I've been married 15 years. I got 2 kids. I'm a homeowner. I'm doing well financially, though I'm far from rich or what my definition of rich would be. So I wish I had this when I was young. I wish I had someone that was, a season ahead that like just made content at scale and I could just tune in and see what they were thinking about and what, I don't know. So that's how I would look at with in terms of how do you get vision? Pray. You got to pray. Hydro said content a big gospel. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's always going to be a line there, but I'd rather lean into the tension. I think there's a difference between actual unconfirmed conversation, which, trust me, there is a lot of it out there. And I get all kinds of information that's unconfirmed that I do not talk about. And reporting and talking about things that are actually verified and confirmed by the people we're saying these things about. There's a wide spectrum. Me looking at Tyrese and saying, yo, crazy. Tyrese called out these people in the industry for celebrating Satanism. That's not gossip. That's literally Tyrese pointing out something that we all looked around and said, yeah, it's kind of weird that like all this Satanism stuff is happening. And then Tyrese goes, this is kind of weird. I was like, wait a minute. I wouldn't expect him to say that. That's interesting. Wow. That's not gossip, right? Gossip is like, I know what some of these pastors is really doing behind closed doors. If you guys enjoyed these sorts of conversations and you want us to do more stuff like this, where we just like get raw, sometimes this stuff is tricky to package in a video, like one just from the content standpoint and getting demonetized, but please consider partnering with us. Like less than 1% of the people who watch this channel actually partner with us and our premium partners. It's $5 a month. It really does mean the world, and it can help us scale and stabilize things and make more of this sort of stuff. Like this sort of stuff is, believe it or not, this is stuff I want to talk about. Like I'm all for like Tyrese said the industry is satanic. I'll make those videos. But like I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this stuff. And in order for me to talk about this stuff, we need more of you guys to sign up and partner with us monthly. All right. So the link for that is pinned up. Consider partnering with us so we can stay independent, only answering to you, never having to take a brand deals and make goofy commercials like these.
Our friends at Genucel Skincare have exciting news to celebrate in 2023.
Using Manscaped during my showers after workout has given me much more confidence.
And that's where Mud Water comes in.
True Classic has got your back.
All thanks to the sponsor of today's video, SayMine.com.
Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Laird or Lady. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 7.99% APR to 19.99% APR, included 0.50% auto pay discount.
If you don't want us to make ads with brands you don't care about, sign up for our online community for as little as $5 a month to keep us independent and ultimately answering to you as our boss. You get all sorts of benefits like daily replays of our after party streams, exclusive access to our Discord community, and early access to our podcast interviews, all starting for only $5 a month.